Hello everyone, welcome to 3 to a Screen Plays Pathfinder campaign less than or equal to 2 episode 17. Before we get started, we're going to switch over to our theme.
There is a manticore in this dungeon, and our company is falling to its claws. But if even one companion rolls a 20 with a broadsword, we will slay the beast with one stab through its jaws, and steal the treasure from its paws to thunderous applause.
Welcome back everyone. So our last campaign episode was episode 16, entitled A Day at the Lake. Molly and Felicity engaged the death web and managed to escape mostly unscathed, save for a quick, strength-drained nap for Molly. Molly was restored by Tectoon and the party continued exploring the basement. The party examined the food storage and found a significant amount of stored food. Felicity, noticing salted meat, went to alchemical storage to dump out the alchemical ingredients, but became distracted with the golden dial on the table undamaged from the prior fire. Molly noticed the sound of grinding stones as Felicity spun the dial a quarter turn and called out to her. The party found a dark wood cabinet revealed by a shifting wine rack. Molly managed to pick the lock and disable the trap, revealing a dull black pearl necklace, a black stone, and an ornate gold-trimmed vial. The party took the black necklace and continued deeper into the basement. Encountering a staircase leading downward, the party initially planned to descend before noticing a tunnel dug into the side of the room covered in spider webs. Sending Zani through the tunnel first, the party found a fork, one tunnel dusty, the other covered in soot from burning webs. The party took the latter tunnel and came to a large lake within a cavern, very dimly lit by glowing blue mushrooms. Looking upwards, the party found several likely humanoids wrapped in silk suspended high above the lake. Felicity sent Zani up to burn the silk binding the figures to the ceiling. The bodies fell into the lake, save for one that the party saw was suspended by mining equipment roughly 40 feet above the lake. Molly shot the rope and the bodies spun and fell into the lake, but not before an orb with a blue glow fell into said lake. Felicity, excited about the cat toy properties of the desiccated body swinging and falling, dove into the lake immediately. While trailing the sinking orb, Felicity saw the blue tinge was actually from a fabric that the orb was wrapped in as it billowed behind it in the water. As it sank further, Felicity noticed it was a bright white sphere dotted with diamonds and covered in golden bands, the flame that persisted within the water. In order to easily swim with the orb, Felicity emptied her bag of holding filled with alchemical catalysts. As they all began to react with each other, the lake shook and flashed as Felicity began to swim away from the rending pressure after stuffing the orb into her clothes to provide some light. Molly, witnessing the drastic changes to the water level of the lake, pulled the rope down from the ceiling, tied it to a crossbow bolt, and shot it into the lake to be carried by the current to Felicity. Felicity slid back against the current and touched the spear. Rattled from the sonic vibrations, she was able to leap from the spear and grab the rope. The reaction in the lake became more violent as Molly pulled the rope while Felicity climbed. Through the arduous combination, they managed to pull Felicity from the lake as the reaction culminated in an electrical current running across the lake, a column of fire shooting to the top of the cave, and the lake instantly froze solid. After catching their breath, the party chose to dig out the fallen corpses frozen in the lake and loot them. After taking the time to identify their loot, the party found they had a ring of faux focus, tremor boots, a hand of glory, wand of water breathing, orb of golden heaven, scroll of aqueous orb, scroll of invisibility sphere, potion of stabilization, and a necklace of beads of force. The party decided to continue across the frozen lake to the tunnel opening and proceeded forward until they reached a large wooden door. It appeared to be barred, but Felicity hit the latch through the slit in the door. The party saw an old elf sitting on a stool asking how the party made it down there. As he started casting a spell, Felicity threw a bead at him, detonating and trapping him in a sphere of force. They learned his name to be Barbarossa, and he claimed to be locked in the basement by Merely. As the party watched, the elf disappeared, and Molly found a scroll... Molly found a scroll and identified it as a scroll of disintegration. Felicity found an instructional book on how to make death webs. The party made their way back up until they reached the original fork in the path. They chose to continue that direction and found a recently bricked wall. Deciding to dismantle the wall, the party dug out and realized it entered into an ornate wine cellar. After taking down the wall and looking around, they realized the cellar belonged to Count Andrastante Morkarath. They re-bricked the wall to the best of their ability and went through the tunnels to the basement where they fought the Death Web. Molly took 2 other treasures in the ornate cabinet, a black soul shard and a blood reservoir of physical prowess, before locking the cabinet and resetting the trap. As Molly detonated the tunnel entrance, Felicity attempted to return the golden dial to its original place, but found the dial would not turn backward. Felicity turned it as far forward as it would go, but locked a few clicks before completing a rotation. The party, anxious to leave, found the exits no longer in place, but there was an altar where the stairwell leading downward used to be. Molly was able to identify the altar as belonging to Wedro, the god of fear, one of the gods to which Molly passively prayed. Molly sliced her hand with her masterwork dagger and placed a bloody handprint on the altar with the dagger atop it. The dagger spun towards Felicity, who pricked her finger and placed the dagger back down, along with a drop of her blood. The blade twisted towards Tectun and gave a horizontal slice before placing itself back. Tectun cast Consecrate upon the altar, and the room started to shake, cut off from the god. The dial moved forward a few notches, but was still resistant to the final click forward. After Molly touched the dial with her bloody hand, it turned black. Upon request, Tectun cast Consecrate again upon the dial, and the room shook, while the table partially collapsed. Felicity attempted to move the dial again, but the table collapsed with the dial still in her fingers. The exit became visible, and the party ran up to the top gate of the basement. They encountered Merrily, who knew of Barbarossa and was disappointed at his release. As the party attempted to leave, Merrily asked if the party found the Orb of Golden Heaven, and the party denied and had no interest in the history of the cave, nor talking with Merrily further. He gave them a platinum diadem, petrified fairy, and a testament of work as payment. Before the party left, he did ask the duo to place the gate doors back into place, and they reluctantly agreed. Completing the gate repairs, the party realized that the building they had left was a monastery that worshipped Wedro. After taking time to process, Molly chose to toss away her Wedro pendant, but before doing so was asked by a disembodied voice if this was the decision they truly wanted to make. They had to choose between Wedro or Novulu, to which Molly asked what good has fear ever done, without waiting for a response. The duo returned to the inn where Molly took a bath, Ruth repaired Felicity's coat, and Felicity checked on the Samsarans. While in the bath, Molly faded out of reality and spoke with Novulu in cat form and was told they left this place they would be given directions on where to find their former captors, on the condition she tortured them how they did unto her. Molly was given the opportunity to become a champion of Novulu and be given great power in exchange for following her namesake, to which Molly agreed. Felicity had the diadem identified as a headband of alluring charisma +4. The party went to bed, and Molly gained a mythic tier. So, you are currently in your room. You made it through this arduous journey that has stressed you out beyond belief, and you finally wake up feeling rested.
Heck yeah.
And Felicity, would you make a perception check for me?
Sure. 7.
Something feels off, but not horribly so. It could be the fact that you have a chittering beheaded next to your head as you sleep.
Probably.
But you wake up and are welcome to continue as you wish. You can take a bath if you are still, if you are not afraid to get in the water any further. But you do have the dry shampoo that has been placed in your fur by Ruth. You do smell that lavender scent that she had put around you, but other than that, nothing else seems particularly notable.
I'm okay without a bath. I think I'm just gonna hang out, maybe have some breakfast.
All right. So you start munching on your trail rations and the salted... No, you never got the salted meat from the basement. Molly, would you roll a perception check?
3.
Okay. You wake up feeling well rested, unnaturally so, and you find that you almost radiate this energy about you, and Tectun and Ruth don't seem to be awake quite yet. It seems like
But they're
whatever they
there.
had going on through this, they're in the adjacent rooms.
Okay.
Yeah, but they are currently not awake.
I'm gonna check on them just to make sure that they're there. Just because we're in the vampire world and everything is terrifying.
Sure. Tectun is there, although he is sleeping fitfully. Ruth is also there. Han is there. The
Okay.
Samsarans appear to be there in the same number that you brought them in, which I believe was 7. None of them has seemed to have awoken yet.
Okay. And it's like a normal time to be awake. I'm not up early.
Maybe a little early, but nothing that you'd be like, oh, it's time to go back to bed for that extra
Okay.
sleep.
Molly won't stress it. She'll start some coffee and just like enjoy the morning.
All right. You enjoy the morning, prepare your spells, do your dailies, and you have currently prepared yourself for the day, enjoyed your meal. Tectun and Ruth have woken up and are currently sitting around one of the dining tables and is enjoying coffee at the moment. And they look at you. So, you both managed to go into a temple of a god, give blood on an altar to what end we do not know, to an incomplete ritual. And is there anything else notable besides the mountain of treasure that you had me identify?
Um,
Wally sold her soul to the devil.
oh yeah, I sold my soul to a devil. Not a real devil, like a god, but a kind of a bad god, an evil one.
Tectun looks at you. It wasn't Wedro, was it?
No, 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 no. Fuck
Oh,
that guy.
good. Yeah, we don't necessarily want you selling your soul to evil gods.
Yeah, no, it was no Vulu actually.
Oh!
So like maybe worse.
Fear, torture, fear.
It was just
That explains the aura that you're putting out.
yeah, kind of like pain.
It could be pain, just certainly a dark power of sorts.
It feels really cool and really powerful, but also I mean it's hard. Makes you think about pain a lot more.
You're not going to start torturing us for fun, are you?
No, 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 I don't have to. No,
Okay.
that's not the deal. That's not in the deal.
Okay. What's the deal?
Oh, the deal is that sorry, can you hear the ducks?
I can't, but
Or
that
you
makes
can't.
it
There's just
better.
like a bunch of ducks right outside the door. They're all quacking.
They're interested
So-
in this story.
They are. They're invested. So the deal is that in exchange for Novulu support, I am under contractual obligation to return the torture I was faced with on my prior captors.
And probably torture others as directed.
I mean, that never came up. So far, the bargain is get revenge. I imagine there may be some torture others, but it sounded like it more of a two-way street than a one-way street.
Well, that is not terrible, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be a little more unsavory at moments, but I think that overall it'll be a net positive. And I mean, like, what was I gonna do? There's a god in your head saying, you know, take this bargain, take this pact. I mean, well, where it would like the power dynamic is crazy. Like, could I have even said no?
I mean, you can always say no. Whether or not the consequences of saying no are worse than saying yes is really up to the god.
Exactly. And that's the god of torture.
Does that,
What?
I got a picture of the ducks from Victoria.
Some of them will come up and like tap on the glass.
Yeah.
They are so cute. So if we get
Sorry.
distracted by the ducks, that's okay. Molly, you feel like as if there's something in your wrist. and it's just kind of it's not a solid object as much as it is like a shimmering movement of sorts.
In my inside of my wrist.
Correct.
Tectoon, I'm still trying to figure out what is part of this dark bargain. But my wrist feels funny, and I was bitten by a spider filled with other smaller spiders. I just want to make sure I don't have any sort of weird infections going on. Would you mind taking a look at my arm?
Tectoon pulls out some tools, which includes like a needle to do some aspirations potentially, and then puts on some magnifying glasses, which gives him kind of a big Kermit the Frog look. And he blinks.
Dr. Frog.
Takes a look in there
Aww.
and starts kind of poking around. Have you ever seen like snakes in a burlap bag where they kind of have that shifting?
Oh.
I can imagine it. When would I have seen a bunch of snakes in a burlap bag?
I don't know. TV.
Yeah. I don't watch that TV.
Tectoon is going to keep poking at it. Well, I don't think you're diseased. Have you ever used divine power before?
No. I've been trying to access divine power for probably 100 years or so now. With little to no results. And now I'm a champion to a dark god. So this is very new to me.
Do you know Novulu's symbol?
Do I know Novula's symbol?
You have seen it before. Whether or not you remember can be up to you.
I'd imagine I'd remember, but I can also roll like a religion check if you want, just to...
It's up to you if you want to roll it or if you want to say you remember or not.
That's a 21 religion check.
You do
So
remember.
I'm going to say I remember.
It's a skull
Yeah.
with a jagged chunk missing from the right side on top of a pile of chains. And he says, just imagine that symbol and kind of like flick your wrist and pull forth that energy.
All right. Molly asks everyone politely to please back up.
Are you gonna explode or something?
I don't know.
You have a bomb in your pocket?
Well, I have a lot of bombs in my pocket actually, but this is unpredictable. I can control where the bombs go.
Oh.
All right. So Molly like holds her hand out and just sort of stares at the weird coiling snakes on her wrists and just imagines the symbol and just...
And you watch as the energy comes out and kind of has a shifting form in your hand that you're welcome to grab as it continues to warp.
Yeah, I'll grab it.
You grab it and you have in your hand a pair of Masterwork thumb screws.
That's just such an insane thing to have. Masterwork thumb screws.
But you feel like if you release it, it could change.
Okay. I'm going to let it go and I'm going to let it sort of keep rolling.
Okay. It continues to shift.
All right, I'll grab it again.
You have a branding iron. It appears that you have a number of torture implements at your disposal.
Okay. Okay.
You
I'm
do
just gonna
notice
sort of like flip through them.
You do notice the branding iron is hot.
Ooh. Ooh.
And it has
Ooh.
no
We have to
Lulu's
call
holy
you Dummy
symbol.
Molly now.
Yeah.
This is Inspector
I'm
Molly.
gonna...
Inspector Molly's better.
I like Inspector Molly, yeah.
Dummy Mommy Molly.
Do I have I have like a leather backpack, right?
I believe so.
I'm gonna try to brand the inside of one of the top flaps just to try it out, see how hot it is.
It sizzles. And very faintly in the back of your mind, you almost hear the sound of cattle mooing in pain. As if you
This is gonna be
branded
really
something
hard,
alive.
guys. This is gonna be really hard.
But
Yeah,
it is a
wait for it.
perfect cut.
Aww. But look how good it works.
Felicity did not hear the pained mooing. That was all in your head, Molly.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. I'm gonna put this back, and I'm gonna think about the decisions that I've made and the consequences of those decisions.
All right. You are now contemplating all of your life's decisions and everything that has led up to this current moment.
I'm just gonna do that quietly for a little while.
Okay.
I don't think this needs to be role played. I don't think we're getting anywhere right now.
That's okay. So at this point, you have sat in the room for a little while, just contemplating. And Tecton says, where are we going next?
Well, aren't we waiting for the Samsarans?
That's going to take potentially another 6 days.
We could leave Ruth with them.
We could.
If
I
you're
just
worried
feel
about
bad
it.
leaving Ruth in vampire territory.
You do
I mean,
have
she was already kidnapped.
the goblin.
Yeah, but like, how reliable? Like, I trust the goblin to watch the door.
What's his name?
You never asked for
Reebok?
his name.
Really? I thought we did.
Nope.
No?
You asked
We know
for
each other
everyone's
very well.
name but that one. Holtrod was the vampire cleric.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I know his name? Can I go downstairs?
I go outside. He's at the gate.
Oh, he's not sitting at his desk.
Or is he at the front door? I would imagine there's like a...
So there's like a front door, and then next to it there's like that raising window with his stool that's suspended from the ceiling. He
Oh, okay, I see.
has the cover of the book that he has finished, and he is through a third book now, and is eating the pages as he goes. Can I help you?
Hi. Oh, I was just wondering, our storyteller, what's Tech Team's like official name?
Our scribe?
No,
What is his official title?
it's like better.
It's been so long.
Whatever. Our how do you spell your name?
Oh,
Are you implying that Goblin might be able to spell?
Well, he's reading a lot.
so
That's true.
he starts spelling it for you in Goblin.
Oh, can you spell it in common?
Oh, D E A N.
I don't know why I expected anything less. Thanks, Dean.
How many letters is Dean in Goblin?
40.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Thanks. We just weren't sure if it was DEEN or DEAN or DEANE. You know, it's just a.
Yeah, the Goblin translation, people just don't understand it.
Oh, sure. Thanks, pal. We really appreciate everything you've done for us, also.
All right, do you plan on staying longer?
We're trying to decide if we were to just leave all of these Samsarans here, would that be cool?
As long as you rent out the rooms, I don't care.
Okay. We'll have an answer for you shortly.
I like your diadem that you have poking out underneath your hat.
Oh, thank you. I stole it from a vampire.
You stole it? Good for you.
Thanks, Dean.
It's good to get some positive feedback for our bad behavior.
He continues to take another page and eats it. And is
Did I
looking
already make a
through-
food for thought joke?
Yeah.
Was that like 3 episodes ago?
We've done it a few times.
So you make it back to the room.
Okay.
Now you know how to spell Dean.
So we know that time, as far as vampires go, is like not super of the essence. They don't move the same way we move.
Correct.
I mean, would it be crazy to just take a 5-day chill out here break and then wait till the Samsarans wake up and then decide from there?
You don't think it would be a horrible idea. It wouldn't place you at an immediate disadvantage. Again, time is of the essence.
It would or wouldn't?
You could do either. You could continue on your advance, or you could take your break. Based on what you heard about vampire timelines, they likely don't move as fast as you. But you also haven't done anything that would necessarily draw ire yet, unless someone found out about your attempted coup.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards just like playing it safe and waiting till they wake up and then figuring out what to do. Because it just seems like leaving Ruth with a bunch of unconscious Samsarans is a great way to get 8 Samsarans killed.
I mean, what are we going to do when they wake up? Are they going to be able to get out of here, or then are we just ferrying 7 Samsarans around?
Well, we gotta, hopefully with their help, we can figure out how to get them out, figure out how they got here, and I mean, we could just put them all in the cart. Just seems like we have a safe place, wait it out, and like, are we gonna come back? That was my other thing.
Depends on how things go, I suppose.
Yeah.
And you can always work out like a contingency plan if you don't say, like, if they wake up and you don't return after X amount of time, then you can pay or try and have someone do something, like to get the Samsarans out or to kill them all so there's no witnesses or whatever you want.
Let's torture them for fun, you
do
know?
Need to torture people. That is kind of your thing now. I just don't really want to wait around. What?
I guess, I don't know. If you don't want to wait around for 5 days, okay. But we should just say, you know, when they wake up, if you haven't heard from us, Ruth, just take them back to Corpus Lake or something. But then she doesn't have a cart. That's the thing, is we don't really... The option is, like, leave them here and come back, or leave them here and then they're all dead.
Ruth does have money. She could get a cart. She has...
Okay.
You've been splitting the money between the party members.
So that's true.
I'm also just like saying, like, if we stick around and then we have, like, we stuck around for 5 days and then we also potentially have to take these Samsarans back to Corpus Lake and then come back. Like, I just...
But then I don't know. Okay, yeah. It's yes, but also like...
Oh, is there something I'm missing?
I don't know if you're missing anything. I just think it's a lot less safe to have 1 conscious person and 7 unconscious people than it is to have 8 conscious people.
Yeah.
But we're relying on Colton to be a good and honest DM who wouldn't murder all of our unconscious friends while we're gone. Never do that.
No, never.
If you really want to stay, we can stay and we can find something.
That's where my mind is it feels like a trap, but we can also just leave.
I will
Let's
say,
just leave.
based off of what you have, this is probably the most secure location you have found that is not like a hole in the ground that no one knows about.
Okay.
So.
Why don't we...
I'm fine staying.
No, let's just rent out the place for another 2 weeks. We can leave and then just tell Ruth, hey, if we're not back in these 2 weeks, you know, organize transport. Okay.
What she thinks.
Yeah.
Oh, God, you're just making me make decisions now.
Forcing you to make decisions.
I just want her opinion. It's not necessarily going to make a decision.
I don't think it's a problem either way. I'm happy to sit with them. I mean, I have Dean. And Dean has resources.
He's got a lot of books, so...
He does have resources. He can get you what you need.
And I'd say if you leave us with 100 gold, that would probably be enough for us to, if any sort of disaster happened.
I think that's reasonable. Yeah, so we'll just rent it out. Does 2 weeks sound good, or should we just have them leave the moment the week is up and meet with them back outside of Vampire territory?
Yeah, we can pay for 2 weeks. It's fine. I don't know.
Okay. Then yeah, we'll just pay for 2 weeks. We'll run up to Dean, figure out what that's going to cost, and then yeah, Ruth, if you haven't heard from us in 2 weeks, just take him back when
It's-
the...
You managed to work out 30 gold for 2 weeks to have the entire inn rented out.
Okay, easy enough.
Okay. Ruth agrees to stay there. Tectune is assumedly coming with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who else is gonna write our story?
Tectune grabs Han and hangs him in the inside of the cart. D is still sleeping himbo, and
Mhm.
you just kind of
Should
accepted them
we-
as a piece of furniture.
Yeah. Should we leave Han with Ruth? Ruth, would it help you to have like somebody to watch over people while you sleep?
I don't think it could hurt. But if you would rather have their knowledge of the undead with you.
Oh, yeah, probably. Okay. Ruth, I'm sorry, we're taking Han.
Oh no.
He's just so valuable and so important to our party, and we're just so grateful to have him.
She sounds really upset.
Yeah. We just can't bear to part with Han.
You guys are so
He's
nice to me. Where's my
He's
blowgun?
been a good boy.
Your blowgun, sorry, they don't sell them here in the vampire world.
Sorry.
Did you even
Nobody
look?
uses blowguns. Yeah, I checked. I checked all the stores we've been to.
I just want my blowgun. I can be useful.
We're gonna have to head down to like some more like jungly areas, and maybe they'll have one for sale.
Okay.
Or like if you spot a good like reed on the side of the road, like a sturdy reed, we can probably make you one.
Ooh. But then we just need the darts with the poison.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Oh wait, you have poison. And Tectune's poisonous.
Yeah, but poison doesn't really work up here.
Oh. Well, shit.
Yeah.
Holy water.
It's we're gonna
Holy water dart gun.
we're going to figure this out. But yeah, we can pack up our stuff and find our next mark.
All right. You take the time to pack up, make sure you have all of your stakes so you don't leave them here and not have them useful whenever you're deciding to suddenly kill a vampire.
Hmm.
You manage to load up the cart. You are given just a basic amount of supplies from Dean as he prepares you all for your journey. He takes his payment of the 30 gold and said, is there anything I should... If people come looking for you, what should I tell them?
Just say that we left? I don't know. Why would anyone come looking for us? What should we say? Say that we'll be back in 3 weeks.
Okay.
That we've rented it. Let them know that we've rented it for that long. You can lie.
I can.
And that we'll be back in 3 weeks. You can't. I
I've
give
never
you
lied
permission,
before.
That's gotta be a lie.
You got me there.
Yeah.
You're a smart
Not to
kitty.
racially profile you, but
Yeah.
if I know goblins.
Well, he hands you the key to the big lock as he locks it again. Stay safe.
Hmm.
If you need anything, stop by. And I hope that you come back breathing.
Aw, thanks, Dean.
We will see.
All right. So now that you're together in the cart with Sleeping Himbo, Tectune, and Han in tow, where are you going?
So
So we still need to speak to Melanie Irrit and Greta Kolat. One of them's in Pinnacle, right?
Correct, and one is in Sorn, which Sorn is connected
Right next to us.
Yes.
Yeah.
okay, so let's go to a Sorn next.
All right. So,
Hmm.
let me get in here. This is what I get for having so many notes. Okay. So you continue your way out of. You guys are in Ian Bay, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you continue your way out of Ian Bay, and you encounter Sorn, which is actually one of the more vibrant mountains. It appears that what this individual has done is cultivated all of these low light plants, and there's several that you don't recognize from this continent that are here as well. So this person appears to have some sort of green thumb. The
Ooh.
walls are actually living trees, which is very elven in nature and a little different for this territory.
Oh.
The vampires in this area don't seem to necessarily care about the state of the housing or the nature in this area. It just is. It just is. This seems to be a major trade route, and you do notice that there are a number of enslaved humans that have collars that are chained to each other that are currently being marched different locations, which you would assume to be from, I believe that was Vanat.
Okay. Yeah, that was the big sad town.
Yes, the human farm.
Yeah, the person people farm.
Are you looking for anything, or just kind of following the main path to what you can see is basically a grove?
I think at the moment, yeah, we're just heading to the grove.
Sure. So you continue on your way.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Can we run a couple of perception checks just as we're going?
Yeah. Are you looking for anything in particular, or is just a general keeping an eye out?
I think like anything that might seem weird. I don't know.
Sure. Go ahead.
Because we don't really know a lot about her, right? She was kind of she doesn't really do anything to either side, and
yeah, basically she
pays extra in taxes.
Yes, that is exactly right. Story point for both of you.
We remembered, and we get value for remembrance.
I was impressed because there aren't very many notes about her, but you got them all.
Yeah.
One.
Are you looking for a broken one or something?
No, I was looking for a non-metal one, but you can have a metal one. That's just to keep, because I could have sworn I had more, but...
So why don't you roll a perception check for me?
Bad. 8.
Okay.
9. I did.
You do notice that there seem to be a lot of more odd races like Tengu and Goblin and Rat Folk. There is one Gripply that appears to be in this vampiric state, which you haven't noticed that many in other parts of Raven Rock.
They're all vampires?
Correct.
Mm.
You can make another perception check as you continue to advance through this greenery.
Oh, that's a lot better. 23.
You see a topiary goblin. It's very large and very ornate. That has almost a pharaoh-like... You remember their headpiece, how it kind of flares up like a cobra? It has that sort of look on them.
Oh.
And it seems very well maintained. The hood is actually a flowering area, so it stays a different color, and it has this kind of golden gleam to it.
Tech tune. Draw that.
Oh, God. Tectoon manages to take a rough sketch of it, doesn't do it in detail. You think of a gesture drawing.
Okay, let's wait a little bit. I want some more detail on the flowers around the crown. I just think it's really beautiful.
Tectoon's spending time does a very ornate drawing. It's about a 16, so it's not his best work, but it's definitely better than average.
It looks good. I just think that this is a part when people are going to ask us about vampires, like this is the stuff that's going to blow their minds, you know? When people are reading our exploits and our journeys, declaring us heroes of all the worlds, this is the stuff that's gonna. We're artists. We appreciate the art, and then we blow people up
Is that how you're
and
going to
burn
talk
down
about
their
your
ships.
torture? This is art.
I'm processing that. I'm processing how I'm going to compartmentalize the torture.
So you
That's
continue
so
on
true,
your
though.
Yeah.
And as you're talking about Molly's potential torture compartmentalization,
I don't know. Her art.
My art, Molly's artworks, Molly's finger paintings.
I imagine it's like literal fingers that you put like macaroni.
Matter I'm doing the paintings with their fingers.
So
like it.
You make it to the grove, which is a very large ring of fruiting trees, which means really nothing to Vampire Society. And you enter and you see that it is a treehouse that is built on different levels around these different trees that continues to ascend. And you see that there's a dome up top that appears to be some sort of viewing dome.
Okay, I'm gonna check in. Is there anybody who looks like a guard anywhere near us?
Oh, there's several, and they seem to be just in this general courtyard. These are all guards of, again, what some people would call the uncommon or lesser races in this area. There are actually there is one catfolk here as well.
Ooh, let's flag them down.
They actually have the Zhang Shi, so they have the prayers stapled and they kind of hop with their feet bound together. But they kind of.
Would you like to you're the cat folk?
Oh, okay.
Or maybe I'll just be like, greetings, cat folk. In cat folk.
Do you speak cat folk?
I do. Remember, I learned so we could talk in secret.
No, I wouldn't mind talking to him.
Okay, go for it. I flagged him down. That's all.
The catfolk
You do the
looks
real
over
work.
to both of you. Oh, hello, sister.
Hi. Oh. Hello.
Oh. Well, everyone, their laptop died, so we are going to go on a brief break while we try and get this figured out. We're back! They made it. Hello, sister.
Hello. You're the first catfolk that I've met out here.
We aren't particularly common. We're naturally predators, so why would we need help?
That's so true. Oh my gosh.
I mean, look at
So
those
nice
claws.
to hear somebody else say that and not just me saying it to everyone.
And what can we say? We play with our food, so there is a natural link between us.
Right? I should become a vampire.
I'll hop around with a little piece of tape stuck to your forehead.
I don't want to be that kind of vampire.
I don't say that to him.
Okay, you're not saying that out loud, are you?
No. Well, we're doing a little research project, kind of funsies on the down low. Hoping to speak to the lady of the house. Is the Countess available?
Oh, well. Do you have an appointment, or is this an unexpected visit?
It's unexpected, unfortunately. We've just been hitting them as fast as we can, just getting information. We were only able to take so much time off work to do this, so we're kind of on a time schedule.
Oh, what do you do for work?
Oh, we're
We work in ocean transport.
And then we're part-time writers on the side just to kind of supplement because work full time but still can't pay for shit.
Everybody's got two jobs,
Yeah.
So yeah, most of what we do is shipping work, oceanic, with some freelance writing gigs on the side. We're writing a tour guide to the vampiric realms right now.
Sorry.
That was a lot of lying.
Yeah. I'm trying to process.
Is that seven? Is that 7 deception checks?
Jesus.
Or do we flesh out the lie enough?
Just roll 1 for me, I guess.
Can I do influence?
Sure.
Yeah, that's the.
Oh, I wasn't sure if
that's the bad boy. That's the good one. Do you want me to try to help?
You can if you want.
I'm gonna try to help.
I got a 27.
Make that a 29.
Nice.
That explains why you have a member of the vast tapestry writing for you, and he references Tectoon sitting there who's writing in the book.
Writing, but also Tectoon is a divine illustrator. And also I'm speaking in catfolk this whole time. So I have Tectoon. Tectoon, come here. Can you show?
Tectoon just covers up the writing that he's been making and shows the image.
Yeah.
And then the catfolk leans in. I hope you pay him well.
Very, very well.
Yeah.
And then kind of pushes the book back. Did you bring any tithes for our great lady?
Oh, what would you recommend?
I suppose that would really be, depending on how much you want from her.
Just a moment of her time.
Yeah, we just want to have a little chit chat.
Small gift, some wine, jewels, anything shiny is generally her weakness. The shinier, the better.
I can relate.
Yeah. Ooh, I've got something that's
while you
shiny.
search through, I'm going to announce your presence and you can continue to ascend. Would you like to leave your cart down here?
That would be ideal.
He kind of leads the cart over. Are you taking Han or leaving Han in the cart?
Han, scream if something happens. Or actually, no, I'm going to put him on under my clothes.
All right. Han is now...
Big round. Okay.
Yeah, now I just look fat.
And who may I say is here to visit?
My name's Barbara. And this is...
My name is Suzanne Summers.
Barbara and Suzanne Summers of
the world. We are worldly travelers. We consider ourselves
of
people
the world, then.
of the world.
Of the living world.
The living. And then you hear him kind of whisper into this piping system, and you hear it through the trees go, announcing Lady Barbara and Suzanne Summers of the world to meet with Countess Greta Kolot.
This is all fine, right?
And then he kind of shows you over to where the sloping ramp begins that kind of wraps its way up. And as you continue to walk your way around and you realize it's going to be a long trek, there's a rat folk on kind of a pulley-based elevator system. Would you like a lift? It's so much faster than walking.
No, I think we'll experience the walk.
Take it. Or do you want to walk?
Well, we need to decide what we're giving her.
Oh yeah. Sorry, we're still working something out. We're gonna take our time up
We've
this
been in a cart all day. You know, it's good to get out and stretch your legs.
I'll wait on the next
appreciate the
floor
offer,
and
though.
see if you still want to later.
Okay.
Thank you.
You see as he
flip him.
quickly cranks himself up.
I'm gonna flip him 3 silver before he does that, just as like a thank you for the offer.
You watch as he spears through the 3 holes in each of the coins and then takes them and nods and cranks his way up a floor. He's quite fast. It's a little unnerving. All right,
Yeah.
You're continuing on your walk up. You're passing several individuals going.
What about a petrified fairy? It still has fairy dust in it, and that's glittery, right? Shining. I also have that mithril dagger, and that's probably super shiny.
Yeah. I mean, either of them, I guess. I have this holy symbol. Assassino? Assassino?
Assassin.
Oh, of assassins. I'm assuming is
Of
what?
assassin?
Like the god of assassinations?
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
I think it's probably bad to flash a holy symbol for the god of assassinations when you're first meeting a probably pretty stressed out ruler of a kingdom.
I mean, it'd be giving it to her. I don't know.
I'm gonna
Molly,
Is it shiny?
yeah.
roll with advantage on this because you now are connected to the evil pantheon.
Oh.
Okay, that's a religion check.
Yes, with advantage.
Okay, so 21.
You hear a whisper. Ipsy, goddess of assassinations.
Ipsy. I'm not going to say that too loud, but I still think it's just bad form.
No, that's fine. I just had it written down in my stuff, and I realized that I couldn't read my own writing.
Totally. You know, if you pray to them, they might just like show up in your
It
head
is
and
shiny.
make it so much worse.
It is metal.
Oh.
You can polish it
it's
if
not
you'd
like-
like.
Nah, I'll keep it.
I think I am going to take that mithril dagger and I'm going to polish it extra shiny. If I can make like a craft check
Sure.
just to get the shine up.
Oh, we have that gold dial, too.
Ooh.
But I don't know what that does. That's a natural 20.
I credit on making the dagger shiny.
You
And
managed
6 to confirm.
you get the blood off from whenever you were doing your altar
But that's a
work.
totally different dagger. No blood on this
Oh.
one. This is a fresh one.
Okay. You have made this dagger shine with an unnatural light. It seems like you were able to use the heat of your torture implement to remove any grime that was burnt on, and you just wiped it
Ooh.
right off.
These tools. I'm like waving around like this burning branding iron. Just like these tools are crazy. These thumb screws are so good for just like holding things in place. I have it like viced to the railing while I polish.
That's hysterical.
My God. You have, like, blown a gasket. Like, something.
It's evil DIY.
I think she is processing that everything is happening, and she's like, "I can make this
Yeah.
work. I can make this work."
No, that's
full.
100% her attitude right now. It's like, if I don't find a way to fit this into my real life, everything's gonna go real wrong real fast.
As you're polishing the dagger, you reach the rat folk. Are you ready for a ride now? Still enjoying your stroll?
We can take the ride.
Yeah, we'll take the ride.
Yeah. It was great. We just really needed to walk some kinks out.
Yeah, the hips.
That you're walking straighter. And you
Yeah.
watch as the rat folk just almost supernaturally fast cranks you guys up, and you're moving at almost an uncomfortable speed. Like you're definitely feeling like the elevator push down as you're feeling the ground lift. You make it up to the top, and you see that you have entered this big open dome that you saw before, the glass dome. And you see a large throne that seems to be carved of different trees. And what you see in this large throne is a small cushion with a gnome on it.
Hey, buddy! No.
Don't do that.
Molly would never start a conversation like that, so not her.
So does the rat have one really buff arm?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. He doesn't switch arms. It's all...
No, it's all the same one. He likes the view, doesn't like it the other way. You face the wall, it's no fun.
Right. So true.
Yeah.
The
I'm
goblin
going to,
looks
walk
down
up-
at you.
oh. You said goblin or gnome?
I'm sorry, goblin. I meant goblin, not
Okay.
gnome.
I definitely wouldn't be like, hey, buddy.
Yeah. So they look down
gonna-
at you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
gonna-
apparently I have too many gnomes.
That's
Gnomes on the brain.
There's a few too many.
But no,
of
it is a
us.
goblin, and they have this like really large smile as you approach them.
I want to make a show of being very, like, in deference
Yeah.
to her and, like, do a nice big bow.
Well, riders of the world, here to see moi. Whatever for?
We've heard tales of your prowess as a countess of the night.
You've heard
we just
tales
wanna-
of me. What tales have you heard?
Oh, just of your bustling community and your openness to all races.
And your generosity towards the vampire kingdoms at large.
Oh, you're speaking of my taxes.
Yeah, those are public record.
Well,
Before we begin, though, we have gifts to offer you. Some
Oh, I
generosity
love
of our own
gifts.
as well. So
she
we'll
actually
start with
leaps
2.
down and approaches
Yeah.
you. But it's almost like
Oh my
a
God.
regal type of like almost hopping steps.
I am Felicity 6 feet tall. Can I get like down on one knee or something
Yeah.
just to like even the playing field a little
Yeah,
bit?
absolutely. And the smile gets wider. And they just kind of
Yeah.
bound up further. Hello.
The first of 3 I present to you.
Oh, I love gifts when there's more than one. And then
We'll
she's just like
start
really giddy and starts clapping her
With
hands.
the
together.
rare and mystical petrified fairy.
Oh, delicacy. Oh, it's so
Yes.
shiny.
Eat it.
An appetizer.
And she does eat the fairy and crunches it. And then you
Oh.
watch as she takes the fairy dust and just puts it on her cheeks. And you watch as
As
there's
if you could get more beautiful.
almost a blush of life that seems to appear in her cheeks. Oh,
Yeah.
I've never felt so young and beautiful.
Right. Second, and I present the very shiny dagger.
Ah,
The shiniest of all daggers.
reminds me of my first. You watch as she adds it to a collection that she has under her vest. She slides it into yet one of many open scabbards.
Yeah. The third we will certainly get to by the end of our conversation.
You are here to tease me. Look at you.
God, I don't even know how to start this conversation. It's too much flattery.
Please take a
Um.
seat. And she motions to what
Yeah.
looks like a 70s conversation pit just filled with pillows.
A sunken living room.
Yep.
My God, yes, please.
Yes. Oh, you eat, yes? Yes, you're living. As you
Yeah.
We are. Yeah.
get food for the breathing living folk. I don't know, like a pine cone or something.
um, any of the fruit on the trees is ideal to a pine cone. Thank you.
We'll take a pine cone. It's fine.
Okay.
Little bit of everything. Bring some of those nuts that you found too. Do you eat nuts?
Yeah.
Of course.
This one eats almost anything.
This one eats mostly fish.
Oh,
It's okay.
and that fish. Yeah, the thing last year that we salted. Bring that too. You're gonna love this fish. I've never seen anything like it.
You're so accommodating. Oh my gosh.
And you watch as she sits in the conversation pit, and it seems to be her spot because it lifts and puts you at eye level with her. Take a seat. Tell me what you're here for. Let us converse.
Let me just start with, you have been the most hospitable of everyone we've spoken to, and it's just such a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it's because I'm not treating you as an outsider by your race nor your breathing. Is that correct?
Mm.
Yeah, and we greatly appreciate that. Our travels through the various vampire kingdoms have been insightful, but often quite difficult.
A little scary.
A little scary
sometimes.
But truthfully haven't felt at home yet until entering your sunken living room.
What would you say is your least favorite part of Raven Rock?
We actually haven't been to Raven Rock yet. We've
No,
been
the kingdom.
circling the outskirts. Oh, the kingdom, pardon me.
She kind of does a like, general hand waving.
I mean, probably just the difficulty in finding food.
Yeah.
Everything else is great.
Yeah, no, the culture's fascinating. The people, very different, but once you get to know them a little bit and understand their perspective and where they're coming from, obviously, the reality is vampires live very different lives than us breathing folk. And so once you take a moment, step into their shoes, understand how time works on a much vaster scale, it all makes a lot more sense.
And honestly, the food is our own problem. Like,
Yeah,
we're coming in, so.
Well, in a pinch, you realize you can drink blood. It will sustain you, although I suppose it could be unpleasant if you think about the morals of it. Not that I really have anything to do with morals.
No such thing as.
And what is your favorite part of the kingdom?
Honestly, the gossip.
She chuckles. Well, you seem to be fitting quite well into vampire society.
Oh my god.
She crosses one leg and kind of leans with her arm on another pillow. And you watch as she has what appears to be a hookah, but it's blood that kind of bubbles, and she's drinking blood from it and places it back on the rack. We don't receive guests very often. I hope you don't consider it too forward of me to ask what the hell you want.
No, not at all. It's actually better for us. We're so used to doing the whole song and dance stuff with higher ups. I'm gonna be frank with her.
Do it.
I think.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So can I ask you a question?
She takes a deep
about
breath from the hookah and passes it over to you to breathe from.
Oh, sure.
Yes,
is this free range?
Yes.
Okay.
Passes it over to
sure.
you. Feel free to ask, and you're welcome to drink or breathe from the hookah, whichever you decide.
Gonna fake it.
Can I pretend?
Roll an
influence. Just gonna gross his Felicity out.
Yeah. Roll an
Can you
influence
make
check.
Because I can try to prestidigitate like the vapor coming out of your mouth.
That's a 30.
Yeah, it looks as if you're breathing it. You even just kind of bustle your fur up, and you realize it's cold in here, so you make the smoke with your hot breath. And then you place it back, and you can pretend it's quite pleasant.
Oh, thank you. We've been tasked to kind of feel out the political leanings of some of these areas.
By whom?
Not by Maracena.
That's a good
And
start.
we're going to, yeah, we're going to leave that there for now.
I'm assuming this relates to my other present.
Yes, we're building up to the final present.
Okay. You can tell that she's a little impatient, but she's excitedly letting you build anticipation.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious where you land. You've been paying extra taxes to Maracena and to the kingdom, but it's unclear as to why. Is it to avoid suspicion, or?
I think it's to keep the hell out of my business. If I pay extra, they're not going to consider that I'm doing anything that requires their attention.
What if they, or I guess I should say, what if you and a few well-connected comrades could make sure that she never paid attention to you again?
Really?
Better yet, that her attention had no value.
Pray tell, give me more.
At the moment, we can't give much more.
Oh, you can give more. You're just holding back on me.
We absolutely are holding back, and not necessarily to keep you in the dark, but because of the uncertainty of the situation at this time, to protect those who might be interested in our proposal, yourself included, should you choose to be interested.
Yeah, it's mostly also for our own safety. We were told not to give more, and the vampires that told us that were kind of scary.
You know us mortals, we die real fast.
Just to be frank with you, we have some self-preservation instincts.
Well, let me be frank with you. You can tell me, or I'll make you tell me.
Oh, that's so nice. I love vampires.
Yeah.
And she smiles a little wider.
Mm-hmm.
Hookah?
Mm-hmm. I'm full, thanks.
Passes it over to Molly.
Molly's gonna hit it. Molly doesn't trust that she can. Actually, no, she's gonna make an influence check.
Okay.
All right, she's gonna try, and she's gonna spend her first point, her first like mythic thing, just like dig deep into the well of hate and fear and pain within, and just like try to like manifest fake smoke
For a hookah hit.
for a hookah hit. That is a 20 modified.
You feel that there's something inside of you, not you, that consumes the smoke and the blood and the vapor, and then releases this almost uncomfortably dark smoke that floats out. She goes, that was quite a hit. Now to hit me with the truth. Keep going.
We're not giving you any falsehoods. We're just intentionally concealing some names. What I can tell you is everyone that we have met up until this point has expressed an interest and also expressed a desire for secrecy until such a time as, plans are made.
Well, I'm going to say, without knowing what I'd be agreeing to, I can't agree to your proposal until I hear the entire thing. Why would one agree to throw money behind a business with no plan aside from make money, make changes? And she's flourishing so very much. Yeah. And she takes a deep, long hit from the hookah, but she doesn't breathe out, she swallows.
Yeah. I guess what I would like to do is make something clear to her, is that this is not our plan. all that we have been tasked to do is to gather potential support. And by concealing names, if you change your mind, if you don't like the plan, you're welcome to walk away at any point, with no one the wiser.
Do you know whom the plan is to succeed Marasena? Because I would hate to replace Marasena with someone far worse.
Do we know that?
No, we don't know that, right?
No.
Yeah. We don't know. That being said, I imagine that will be part of the planning stage, which would come after gathering the necessary support.
Now, here's my question. Are you doing this of your own volition? This whole information gathering, collection of misfits and less powerful beings to overthrow?
It's a job.
We're here for work.
And I'm assuming your interest in Vampire Society is a mere cover.
No, I think that we've
picked up a
learned
genuine
some
interest.
genuine interest.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here that's fascinating. And I mean, I'll pull out that letter of we've helped people along the way.
Wedro, interesting.
Yeah, not my choice. More of a God. Every time I need to say it, it does not come. Starts with a V.
What?
The torture god. Why can't I?
Novulu?
Novulu. Sorry, that's why I couldn't think of this one. Then I'm more of a Novulu gal, but
Really?
Yeah, you wouldn't think, right?
do you want to see something fun?
Oh God.
I love something fun.
And in her hand is that red hot poker.
Oh, now that's a fun trick. How well does it brand? She calls over a human who has a collar. Brand, I want to see.
I'm going to turn to the human and just try to look them in the eyes with just an I'm so sorry. Can I do what would a medicine check be to the least painful spot?
Heal?
The heal?
A heal check?
No, because then they're gonna have to walk on it. A heal check, yeah.
Yeah.
It's their heal? That's so messed up, Cole. Look, is that survival?
I think so.
Okay, then that's a 10. I got bad wisdom.
You think the outer thigh would be okay?
Okay. I pull them close to get everything set up, and in their ear I whisper very gently, "I'm so sorry." And then I brand this human's leg.
All right. They do not scream. They fight it back. But you feel them shaking, and a few seconds later, you have a beautiful brand of Novulu in this person's leg. The goblin claps her hands. Oh, delightful. I love when we see new toys. Does that continue to work? Does it stay hot? Or do you have to heat it in some sort of fire?
As far as I know, I've never held it out for longer than a couple minutes at a time.
Oh, you needn't need it for much more than that.
Yeah, exactly. I put it away, pull it back out, it's red hot. Put it away, pull it back out, it's red hot.
Maybe you keep it warm with your inner fire.
Yeah.
You are such a flirt.
You have no idea.
Ooh. All right.
Now.
So I guess what I'm offering you, in short, what we are offering you, your third and final gift, is the support of, at this point, yourself included, half of the vampire kingdoms in the potential deposition of the current queen. All of you have your frustrations. All of you have your needs and wants as kingdoms. And at the very base, what we are offering you is the chance to position yourself for more power, authority, and to build the vampire, to build Raven Rock into a place more accepting of the people you need it to accept.
I require to be part of the council at a minimum.
Okay.
I believe we can make that happen.
Now,
I think that's a very easy ask.
now, Barbara, is it? Barb?
Uh-huh. You can
Are
call me
you-
Barbie.
Or double B.
Suits
Are you the same daughter of Asina that was seen? Oh, where was it? In Venat or Ienve? Somewhere nearby. There was a vampiric daughter. It was catfolk,
What?
so I can't imagine who it would be.
Oh. Uh.
Are you gonna lie?
I'm gonna lie.
Okay, I'm gonna try to help.
We've already told her that we're not vampires.
I don't help. Oh, fuck you.
That's because I have a plus 12 right now
Jesus.
with my diadem.
Uh-huh. That's so busted. That's
So it's
so
a
busted.
31. No, weird. We were also in Venat, but no, that wasn't me.
Yeah, she's not a vampire.
Just a cat.
Wasn't sure if you had sort of illusion from your gripply friend over there, but
Oh, no.
Oh,
well.
by the way, that is Tectoon. He is marvelous. I know that you saw the drawings, but I don't know if we formally introduced.
Tectoon.
Shoot.
Hello.
Dude's
Nice
like,
to
"Shut the
meet you,
fuck up."
darling. She
Yeah.
actually goes down to his level and takes his hands and shakes
Oh.
them. And it's just interesting. Battle. And then she kind of looks at the scars and kind of looks at her own. She's like, we'll get along later. And then she jumps back up.
Mm-hmm. So
Now-
a position on the council.
Yes, and you should be aware that you may be pulled over because some people are looking for a Barbara, daughter of Asina, and a catfolk fitting your description, so just something to be aware of. In case you don't know, Asina was a supposedly dead vampire of great power. So anyone claiming to have her name would be astoundingly powerful.
Good to know. We'll keep our eyes out for that catfolk.
Yeah, and
I've
maybe we'll find you a new first name for the time being to help avoid the confusion. Obviously,
It's true. Catfolk have 6 names.
yeah,
It's a real problem.
unimaginative species.
Mhm.
Very imaginative when it comes to rending the flesh from a mouse's body. Less so when it comes to names.
Yeah, lots of Steves, lots of Bobs,
Yeah.
Barbaras, Suzannes.
Mm-hmm.
Have you met
Which is weird.
Paizo downstairs, the other catfolk?
Yes.
Oh.
He's the one who announced us.
Ah, yes. Quite a great gentleman. I think you two might hit it off if you're interested in some those with less of a beating heart.
I'll keep it in mind.
She's more into making heartbeats stop.
Well, then I think that they would get along even more swimmingly. Well, let me not keep you longer, but it was a pleasure to meet you. And she kind of holds out her hand to be kissed.
I do so immediately.
Absolutely kiss it. Can I
As
be
you kiss
clear?
her hand twists and kind of grabs you underneath the chin, and she looks into your eyes. You need to be careful. I'm not
Which
going
one
to...
of us?
You, specifically, Molly.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
You are too delicious for this world. And then she kind of steps away and goes back up to her throne.
Yeah. So to be clear, we can count on this support?
To the best of your knowledge,
or
yes.
count tentatively. Okay. Then I don't feel the need to drag this out. Is there anything else we can give her as a parting gift?
I think we've given her enough shit.
That's
I
true.
think we're good. I think we should
Okay.
stop while we're ahead.
Yeah. Well, you
And
have
then
a
you watch
lovely day.
as
Yeah.
she hops up, she's actually doing that exaggerated hip sway. So, whether she's doing
Damn.
that in flirtation or for dramatic effect, She then hops up onto the throne, higher than she should normally be able to jump, and just kind of in midair spins and plops right back into her pillow. Ta-ta!
Damn. Bye-bye for now. I'll say in Goblin and then hop out.
All right. Do you descend?
We do.
All
And
right.
I think we're definitely gonna take that elevator.
The rat folk holds open the elevator all the way down.
Mm.
Grab onto something, and you watch as he flicks a switch, and you just start free falling.
All right.
So you are free falling for probably 30 seconds as it continues to spin. You see the ground is coming up rather quickly, and with the strong arm grabs the pulley system and flicks the switch. You guys jolt to a stop, and then you just slowly go down the last few feet, and then the gate opens.
Oh, I think I'm gonna throw up.
I think we both throw up. Thank you. Thank you. Mon's gonna find a bush to vomit in.
All right, you have vomited in a bush. Sorry, I never get to do that.
No, I understand. You gotta have fun at work. But
Paizo comes up to you, Felicity, and did you have a good meeting?
Yeah. She's something.
She's not the only one who's something.
Oh God, no. Felicity is gonna run far away.
Come on.
If you require a guide, I am more than happy to offer my services.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
That sounds great.
No.
What do you? That's so helpful. Thank you so much for offering. No, Molly's gonna take your cue and in this one moment have an element of like social awareness.
Paizo's air kind of falls up from his sails as he watches you walk away.
Sorry.
Are you gonna do the butt thing like the goblin did?
Nope. She's gonna clench her butt.
The most awkward
Tiny
stiff walk
exposed
you've ever
hole.
seen.
Yeah.
It's like if Barbie had to walk.
Yes. Just everything real tight.
Yep.
Yeah.
You make it back to the cart with Tectoon, and Tectoon's like, "You have an admirer."
Shut up.
You must be used to this being the queen of the pirates.
I mean, I am fabulous, but also like, who can keep up?
You are so much further along.
There's no way he was gonna keep up. His feet were all tied together.
So true.
You want a man hopping along behind you everywhere you go?
Yep.
Sorry. That caught me. Story point.
I'm earning them today.
All right, you've made it back to the cart. You load up and have made it out of Paizo's line of sight.
Okay.
So, you have Pinnacle left. You also have Raven Rock that you were going to see Drago about for your tour. Do you wish to continue your grand tour of the potentially mutinous kingdoms?
Pinnacle is like we're going through Pinnacle, right? To get to Raven Rock anyway?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to just hit Pinnacle? Just do it? Get it, knock it out, and then go see Drago?
Yeah.
Sick. Pinnacle.
All right. You advance to Pinnacle, and you find that this is a very, I wouldn't say decayed. It's still functional, but holes in buildings aren't repaired, but they're not getting worse. It appears that there was a war fought here, and this is almost a a monument and preservation of what actually occurred in this northern part of the kingdom.
Let's see.
This is Irit, right?
Yep, Malayan Urit.
Okay. My only note on him is that he's unpopular.
He is.
Unpopular with his people or unpopular with the state?
The state.
We'll find out.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
There is a very harsh line between Sorn and Pinnacle, which is a living fence. But when you cross over to this side, everything seems to be like 3 shades darker. All of the stone, all of the buildings, even the sky. It appears that Pinnacle does not, in fact, reach the sun.
Ooh.
So you have made it into Pinnacle, and it's not quite like a spelled darkness, but you definitely notice that your range of sight has been decreased. And you do hear the rustling nearby in different bushes. It appears that this place may or may not be more unsafe.
Okay. A little more feral. We'll just be on our guard.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Is there anybody just walking about?
There is someone walking with a cane slowly that you are coming up upon, so they are ahead of you, walking in the same direction. That you're welcome to speak with, or you're welcome to pass them.
I mean, we need directions to the house, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna kind of like stop next to them.
You see a half elf, one leg, is currently looking up at you.
Do you need a ride somewhere?
Oh, you are so sweet. Yes, please, and puts out their hand to be lifted into the cart.
Oh, I help them up.
They, without thinking, just kind of sit in between you two on the front driving portion. What brings you into town?
Oh, we're trying to meet with your big guy. You're it.
Oh, you're not going to try and kill him, are you?
No,
kiss him on the cheek.
There have been so many assassination attempts, as you can see through the destruction of these homes. Urit actually preserves them to show the number of failed attempts, and so far we're up to 417 failed attempts.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Seems like maybe trying to kill him would be a mistake if 417 other people couldn't do it.
Yeah, but if you're the 418th and you succeed, you're going to be remembered and probably become royalty.
Oh, no, we don't want... We just want to have a conversation.
Yeah, no. Vampire royalty is not our end goal here.
Oh, good. Then I can take us past the pitfall traps.
Thank you.
Swing left.
What's your name?
Oh, my name? It is Car Salute.
Car Salute.
It's KARSA-LUT.
Well, it's lovely to meet you, Car Salute. My name is
just use the same one that we just used.
Suzanne Summers.
This is Susan. I'm Barbara. Nice to meet you.
Okay, I thought we were going to change to Barbara.
What?
Because of the vampire, because of that lie.
Oh, but it's just a coincidence.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, it's just a coincidence. Sorry, everybody will understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pleasant to meet you both. By the way, your pseudonyms are being known throughout the kingdom. So.
Pseudonyms? You mean our names?
Your pseudonyms, yes. Your nom de plume, your false flag.
Digging in on this.
Way to dig in on that.
It's still a 14.
Burn a story. Get up to
fine.
4 on that.
No, that's fine.
They might be just bluffing, but you're not sure. They're like right on the edge of they might actually know something, but this could just be an attempt to catch us and gain an upper hand.
Yeah, no, I mean, I tend to go by my middle name. Should I stop that?
Oh. What's your middle name?
Well, no, my middle name is Barbara.
Oh,
that's why.
Your first name?
It's Barbara. Barbara.
Well, I mean, my first name, I don't really like to. It's kind of embarrassing as like a cat folk, but it's Kathy.
Kathy? Oh,
Kathy.
your poor childhood.
I know. That's why I go by my middle name because it's kind of weird. You know, Kathy. I don't know.
Yeah.
My parents called me Kitty growing up, which was even grosser, but
yeah, that leads to some really confusing growth.
Yeah, I had to go to therapy for a while for it, but we've moved past it.
Well, I'm glad to see that you're getting the help you need to move past your trauma.
My name. Yeah.
And
but if you think we should stop, is there another Barbara out there that's doing things?
Some Barbara is out with I don't remember, is with a bunch of different gnomes that are
a bunch of different gnomes.
They look similar.
Are you sure they're not 7 dwarves?
You know, I don't know for sure, but either way, they're going to all of these different kingdoms and asking, we're assuming, for some sort of support.
Oh. Weird.
That's super weird.
Would you roll a perception?
Is that... Yeah.
That's a 10. I'm going to give you a story point on that because we need to do okay.
12 on me.
You can roll a d4.
D4.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a 1.
I know.
Oh, I got a 4. So 16.
Molly, you don't notice anything. Felicity, you notice this person has a hat that appears to be out of place on their outfit.
Is this actually the what is he, a duke?
The Duchess?
Do I know anything about what the duke looks like?
You don't. But this is potentially a hat of disguise. You've seen them before. But you're not sure. It could just be a hat that is in fact out of place. You can't notice any sort of illusion, but you're not attuned to it.
You know, I just have to say, I'm a real hat connoisseur, you know, just in my own right. And I really like yours.
Oh, thank you. I got it recently, actually.
Oh, can I take a look at it? Molly's going to sleight of hand it off the person's head.
I don't think you can sleight of hand it, but you can...
Molly's going to take it off the head.
Okay.
Just like a pop.
Yeah. And then you watch as there's this kind of shimmer. And you see Kosovo. Well, you are obviously way too attuned to what's going on here. You are, in fact, gaining a reputation. You seem to be keeping it quite under wraps when you're encountered, so bravo. I need my hat back, please.
This
I
hat?
like it.
It's a good hat. Are you sure we can't just keep this? No, I put it back on his head.
Kosovo's form returns. Well, thank you for the ride. I think I can step off here.
Kosovo, can we ask you for some advice before you go?
What?
Sorry. Your car salute. Car salute. Can we ask you for some advice?
Oh, of course. Let's see what I
I'm just
have.
gonna whisper very quietly. It's like, we've been given the opportunity to take a tour of Raven Rock with Drago. Are we able to turn that down? Should we turn it down? It feels like a trap. Very, very nice fellow. Accidentally had a conversation with him in the first place, and he seemed to take a liking to us.
Well,
but is that
whatever you think would draw less attention. If refusing an offer to view the palace tower is something that you think is a good idea, then that's up to you. But
we fake our deaths.
fake our deaths.
Yeah,
well,
I think that would require you to
it.
leave your hat and coat, and I don't think that you're willing to part with those.
Yeah, that's a pretty good coat.
It's true.
It's a pretty sick hat, too. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I just thought you might have some input there, something helpful, but...
You are doing a great job, to be honest.
Thank you.
I'm impressed that you are not dead yet.
We're a little shocked ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any more info on this dude that we're coming up on here, besides the 417 assassination attempts?
Well, several of those were Marasena herself. But mostly it's because they're a Nosferatu, and they are slow to change, and also side with the gentry, which is, as you can see, not particularly popular when you work in an aristocracy. They did not stand up against Marasena, but that doesn't mean that he isn't brewing an idea.
Looking up what gentry.
I just wanted to make sure I understood what the word gentry meant. That I understood the exact definition of gentry.
Yeah, no, I shouldn't. I'm sorry.
I was not wrong, but I just wanted to make sure everybody was on the same page, and I didn't want to ask out loud because I didn't want to, get called out by somebody like my wife on the stream.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I Google things like that all the time.
No, it was a real dick movie. I'm sorry.
Sorry, we all don't watch Bridgerton all the time. Molly's never seen it.
I'm sorry.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for derailing so hard.
No, that was me. I questioned it. Okay. Great. So, can you give us directions?
Oh, yeah. Follow the darkness until it gets darker, and then keep following that.
Oh. Okay.
Cool.
That's not ominous at all.
If you're seeing undamaged buildings, you're gone the wrong way.
So just follow the holes.
Yes.
Cool. Well, thank you for your help. Car salute.
Master of subtlety you are.
Yeah. Emissary to the dark gods. All right. You have a fun time, okay?
You as well. And you watch as they fall over, and there's now a snake slithering off into the underbrush.
So cool.
I want to learn how to do that.
I think we just need the hat.
Oh. Well, that was our opportunity.
I know. We'll get it later.
He probably could have killed us, though, so it's okay.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Well, you didn't say anything stupid.
Hey.
Thanks, Texune.
Thanks, Texune. It's nice to know that you are paying attention and you find it refreshing that we didn't say anything stupid.
Okay, our track record's been pretty good lately.
You haven't been killed once.
That's so true.
I technically have, if you count the poison.
Were you dead or just mostly dead?
You were unconscious.
I was unconscious. I was mostly dead.
There's a difference.
Yeah. I was as close to dead as you can get without dying.
Well, that's not true. You weren't rolling death saves, or unless I don't know what the
We don't
Pathfinder
have
mechanic.
those.
Yeah. Now's the time to
okay.
ask. Yeah, how does that
Never
work?
mind.
So, basically, you roll to stabilize, and if you don't stabilize, you take 1 point of damage, and once your negative damage meets your Constitution score, you are dead.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it actually is a lot harder to die
Yeah.
Yeah. it takes
instead
a
of
while.
just like 3 chances.
Yeah. Cool.
Although
Handy.
Molly, you
Good to know.
auto stabilize because of your dark god connection.
Oh. Smalley can't die as long as she's a tool for somebody else.
Yeah, as long as people are like stabbing my corpse, I can't
Yeah,
die.
they can keep stabbing. So
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, all they have to do is hit me once while I'm down.
That's
they can
good
still
to know.
coup de grace.
If you ever
Yeah, you
do
could
something.
if I ever do something. You can send that. I'm covered in explosives, so be careful.
You're booby trapped.
Also, I'll burn your fur.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I'm having a way too much fun.
You gotta
I gotta
stop
I
it.
gotta put this away. This
Ma-
like portable branding iron.
Molly is absent-mindedly playing with her torture implements in her wrist, just switching them as she's
Mhm.
bored.
Yeah.
You continue to follow this darker path, and it does in fact get darker. And you're not sure if there's some sort of wall, like cliff face, somewhere that is blocking out the light, or if it is just naturally this dark in this location. But you continue
We
to
should
move
have asked.
forward. Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying we should have asked Kosovo.
Always
And
like.
a car salute.
And
Um,
there's a lot
Can I
of
turn on
damage
my
to the
lantern?
buildings. Yeah, you pull out your bullseye lantern, and it does light up a little bit, but it's definitely almost like it's fighting the fog because it sort
Okay.
of rolls against each other.
Okay, so it's like magical darkness. Is the sense we're getting?
Yeah, it's interacting more than any other type of shadow would, rather than just being repelled.
Okay.
So you have the bullseye
I guess-
lantern. You see another lantern further off in the distance that appears to be growing brighter as it's coming closer. It appears to be on the road.
Okay.
And as you get closer, you see that it is in fact skeletal steeds pulling a chariot made of bones.
Ooh.
creepy.
And there is a headless rider that nods in your direction, or at least
How
looks
does
like they would
he-
nod,
They hunch.
It's like, how does he not?
and then continues forward.
Was there anyone in the carriage?
Yeah.
There was something in there, but all you heard was the clanging of bars.
Okay. All right. Probably not royalty then.
I don't know. Look pretty important.
Okay. Can make a perception check as they go by, maybe? I don't see it. Not with a 3.
You barely even notice the skeletal steeds.
Yeah.
You really got to up that
Their
perception.
lamp is so bright. Jesus.
And your good eye is on the lamp side, so
Yeah, just hard.
God.
Hard all
Turn
around.
down your brights. We're sharing the road.
Okay, I guess let's keep going.
all right. You advance forward, and you hear the sound of whistling and crumbling stone. And you do see some, like, explosions of fire off in the distance.
Oh,
I said follow the destruction.
can we go up to the fire?
Sure.
Let's poke around, yeah.
So you advance to the fire, and you find a series of catapults. And
Oh.
an army that appears to be besieging a castle.
Is there? Can I like rock up to somebody and like tap them on the shoulder?
Sure, there appears to be someone standing with a series of maps and other people that are just kind of pointing at various locations and talking in a really low tone of voice.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Psst.
They turn around. Who are you?
Hi. What we're trying to get through. What are you guys doing?
We're here to assassinate Malay and Rit.
Ooh,
Did you-
418.
Yeah. Oh, did you know that that's been attempted 417 times?
How do you know that?
Oh, I read a guide to Pinnacle earlier. Somebody put out a bunch of like little pamphlets for each area, and it was one of the fun facts.
Yeah, a lot of great restaurant recommendations, though. Definitely worth checking out, depending on how this goes.
Mm.
I'm sorry, are you on the side of the Duke?
No, we're just trying to. We'd like to get through. Do you think you could shift one of these catapults over just a little bit? We really need to get our cart through, and it's just a little too tight of a squeeze. Share the road.
I'm sorry. Are you asking to go through the blockade to where we're firing the catapults at this castle?
Yeah, we won't get in the way of the boulders or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be awesome if you could make an effort to not hit us with a catapult, but
He looks exceedingly confused at your forwardness of this request. You can make an influence check if you would like.
Great.
I'm gonna try to help you just to get that +2. You don't need it, but you have +2.
I do. Okay, so plus 14, 21.
I mean, you can go through, but I'd leave your cart. You're just going to be a target. Have you ever seen people shoot at something that doesn't move when there's something moving?
Okay, well then can you like keep an eye on it? It's got kind of like all of our stuff in it. And we're gonna have to get through eventually. So do you have like a parking situation with an attendant, or maybe you could just watch it since you're just standing here reading maps anyway,
Yeah.
so you're not really like fighting.
You could run valet. You could run valet for like a little while. I mean, it's only kind to those of us who are just trying to get through. I understand you got to kill this count. Totally respect that.
Long live Maricena, but
Yeah. But we've kind of got to just be in there for just like 20, 25.
Yeah.
And then we'll get out of your hair and you can burn down everything you need to.
Roll an influence check to convince this commander to become a valet.
I absolutely assist.
Another 14. So that's a 26.
You want to burn a story point? Get it up to a juicy 30? Potentially?
Do I need
You don't-
to?
I don't know if-
No,
That's up to
I'm
you
gonna hang out
guys.
with the 26. I'm gonna hang out. I mean, you wouldn't have to like watch it full time. Just like occasionally, just put your eyeballs on it.
Just put it back with the other supplies. We're
Okay, great.
not. And then as you're walking away, the nerve of some people.
I'm sorry. Who's bombarding the castle?
It's fine. It's fine. We're fine.
We're fine. We're fine. Sorry. All right. Tech Tune. Weird kind of change of plans here. Well, actually, how big is this army?
That's a great question.
Is it an assassination attempt if it's like an army?
They seem to count it as one. There are probably 25 people, 3 catapults that you can see in this area.
Also, that dude, is he a vampire? Can we tell?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Undoubtedly. Figured they were all vampires. What?
What if we? Would it be weird to like kill this dude and then ride into the castle?
What? Then we'd have 25 other vampires on us.
Yeah, but they're clearly bad at what they're doing. They're just firing catapults. This dude is the commander.
Oh, we're not going to kill a vampire commander.
Sneak in, stab him in the back. All of a sudden, it's like, hey, Count Erin, let's be pals. We stopped 418 for you. I know you were good enough, but like we just wanted to help. I'm saying it's a thought. We could just like sneak up, stab him in the back with mistakes, run away.
Are you But don't you have to like crit basically with one of those stakes to auto kill?
Absolutely, but I might be able to give myself advantage.
Uh, uh, I know that we've been extra non-combatant lately, which is maybe why you're a little twitchy, but I think that now is not the time to start violence when there is a large group of vampires.
Okay.
Trained vampires, supposedly.
What if you showed him your map?
Oh, that's a great idea. I actually have a better map probably than he does.
Yeah,
So
we
that
could
would be
talk
like,
to him real quick and show him your map, and then just get things
yeah,
situated.
can I go back to this dude?
Yeah.
Also, I, as a fellow map person,
Cartographer.
sure.
Have
I
you
don't
come
draw
up with
cards. What are you
her,
talking
Molly?
about?
Oh, 100%. I'm here to help.
Okay.
I'm only rolling like assistance checks. That's all I'm doing.
Okay.
I just wanted to pass mine on to you. I'm very good at this, and yours looked a little suspect, so I just wanted to help you out for letting us park, back there.
Let me see your map.
Oh, of course, here you are.
They flip it over and it lines up. I don't see that we're missing anything.
No, you don't get it. And I flip it back. You're looking at the backwards version. I don't even know if you're actually trying to like assassinate the Count, I don't even know if this is his castle.
Of course it's his castle.
Are you sure? Have you seen him?
It's the castle. There's no other castles here.
But like,
I mean, there's tons. It's Raven Rock. There's tons of castles.
Also, like, if there have been 417 assassination attempts, do you think he's stupid enough to stay in one spot?
Yes, that's why they keep coming to the castle.
And it keeps not working.
Yeah. You guys gotta shake it up if you're gonna actually succeed.
Yeah, there's probably a bigger castle right down the road.
Right.
So,
You
whose
roll
side
up,
are
you
you on
bombard
here?
the first castle you see.
We're trying to help you.
Yeah, you offered to do something kind by being valet for us, and so we wanted to extend our gratitude. We're not on his side. We're not. I don't know if we're on your side. I don't really know what's going on, truthfully.
Yeah.
We're just trying to get through.
I'm gonna be honest though, we were told by a one-legged half elf that if you stay in the ruined part, you're in the wrong direction. You need to go to where there's like big, nice buildings because he doesn't want to live in like this ruined town.
Roll influence.
You are assisted.
That's probably good. 14 plus 9 is 23. I can burn one of my own.
If you want to, I'm just offering to burn one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. What did I say? 23 plus another 3 is another 26.
Maybe I had the rhyme wrong, because I thought we were supposed to go towards the damaged buildings.
What's the rhyme?
Something about keep advancing through the holes. Something, solid fools.
No. It's keep advancing through the holes till you find unbroken walls. It's a bad rhyme.
Yeah.
But like, you got to go to the walls that aren't broken, break those. That's where you're going to find them.
Yeah, I think you guys are like 4 or 5 blocks off.
Yeah, there's like...
Sorry, I need a second. Okay. While I process this, we're just going to take a brief break. Hello, everyone. We're back. So, the vampires that you were talking to then start conversing amongst themselves and looking at their map. And then they're like, oh my god, there are undamaged buildings this way. Are you fucking kidding me? Have we really been bombarding the wrong castle? We don't have to, pay reparations, do we?
Just leave. You're gonna pay reparations on an assassination attempt? No, it's war. Just leave.
Yeah, I mean, he probably didn't even notice since he's in the other castle.
Yeah. You scared the hell out of some civilians, I'm sure. But, it's also, a ruined town. Who's even living here?
As you say that, you do notice a bunch of eyes in the damaged buildings that are kind of watching what's going on.
A bunch of cats and dogs.
Mm. They're just full slaves.
Yeah.
You hear a whistle, and they say, we're going to advance. Next castle.
Good luck.
It takes them
storming the castle.
It takes them 20 minutes to get things packed up and moving, but they do start on their way.
Okay, can I get my valet ticket?
We could just move the cart.
So I'm just going to move the cart. You can ignore that. We're just going to move the cart.
Okay, you do manage to take the cart. You are nearby some supplies if you want to look through them. They seem a little occupied.
Make a sleight of hand. That's a 24 sleight of hand, or 24 finesse, that's what you need.
Are you peeking, or are you just grabbing something?
I just wanted to look through. Is that you can do? If
you want to look through, I'm just going to be prepared to take anything that looks valuable while you kind of rifle.
Is it just perception?
Yes. So Molly, you get 4 alchemist fire.
Ooh. I rolled a 22 perception.
A lot of these seem to be splash weapons or other things that they can use to control the battlefield. There's a handful of tanglefoot bags, and also
those are really good, by the way.
A wand that you're not necessarily familiar with.
I'm gonna snag that wand too if you don't snag it.
I can't use it, so I'm not gonna snag it.
Okay.
All right, you snagged a mysterious wand.
Mysterious.
Tech-Tune, can you take a look at this when we have a second?
Oh, yeah, let me see, because I'm so very wise.
Actually, I can make a spellcast check, too.
I'm so very wise.
Okay, so...
I don't assist him, by the way.
Well, I need you to make percentile dice.
That's a 92. It's a good year.
Aw.
Okay, and one more.
It's a 27.
You have a wand with 15 charges of greater false life.
Woo!
Does that raise undead? What does that do?
We're gonna find out eventually.
I believe it gives you temporary hit points.
Oh.
That's a good wand.
False life greater. You harness the power of unlife to grant yourself a limited ability to avoid death.
Oh.
You gain temporary hit points equal to 3d10 plus 1 per caster level. It's a caster level of 10.
Damn.
And it lasts for an hour per level.
Damn, that's really good.
So 3d10 plus 3.
Can you use that? Or is that something that Tech-Tune would need to use?
I can use it, or we can leave it with Tech-Tune.
Oh, no.
We can both totally use it.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 2d10 plus 1. That was a different writing. So, yes.
2d10 plus 1?
Or
plus 10.
Plus 10.
CO. Okay.
Yeah.
2d10 plus 10 temp HP.
Yep.
15 charges.
Yeah.
Dang.
All right. So now that you've looted, are you still going to continue to loot? There are soldiers that are starting to move the things around.
I feel good. I'm down to
All right.
Yeah.
You take your
Just get
various
her.
scrolls and wands and potions and things, and do you move the cart up through the battered uh, bridge to the wall and up towards the castle?
I think so.
All
Yeah.
right. You continue to advance your way on the castle. There are several boulders that are in the way that you will have to move or find some way around.
How big are we talking?
10-foot diameter boulder. It appears that you could push it further down, but then it'll crash into one of the walls. But right now, it is currently tenuously held in place by a stone beneath it. It would probably hurt to get hit by this.
Probably.
I mean, you could survive, maybe.
I don't really want to push it into a building. We can't go around it with the cart.
Not with the cart, no.
What if we leave the cart and leave either Tectun or Han with it? Maybe. I mean, anyone who's in these buildings just saw us move an army. So maybe they won't fuck with us, or they think that we're in on it. So I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. So are the boulders set up? Does it look like a defensive measure or like an offensive measure from that army?
It looks like
They're from the catapults, right?
correct. So it's like the
Okay.
remnants of an offensive measure by the catapults.
Maybe thinking a little outside the box. And if you don't think this is a good idea, holler. What if I planted? What if we used one of your gems, one of like the necklace things, the beads of force, and I set a remote explosive? You hit it with the gem. All of a sudden, the sphere contains the explosion contains the boulder, so it can't go anywhere, and we just try to blow it up from inside the orb. Little demolition, little controlled demolition.
It's very meta. You're metaing my beads.
I'm thinking about those beads. They're good beads. This is what Molly does. She breaks stone and tells you how to not get poisoned, but then gets poisoned herself.
You're a gnome, not a dwarf. A dwarf.
Yeah, but I have engineering.
Oh.
I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer.
We can give it a shot. I just don't want it to go badly.
I hear it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Molly's going to set a delayed bomb.
The beads
Okay.
are explosive themselves, though. Does the explosion happen and then the field?
Yes.
Or do they happen simultaneously?
The damage happens, then the field. But they kind of, anything hit by it, unless it gets the reflex save, is caught within it.
Okay. So I'm gonna set a delayed bomb inside of there.
Okay.
I guess I'll throw one of my beads.
All right. You set the delayed bomb, and you chuck a bead. Make a ranged touch attack.
Oh, not good. Is that just I just add my dex to that, right?
And your base attack bonus.
Oh. So 7 plus 8 is 15 plus 2, 17.
That hits. You manage to hit the large stone. Roll damage on your spear as it explodes.
It was 5d6, right?
Yes.
Yep. 3. Thank you.
Oh, you've got one of mine in there too already.
Oh, I have 2 cubes.
Dice thief.
Sorry.
Dice thief.
That's a crime.
Is a crime. 13, 15.
All right, 15 points of force damage as this sphere appears and you see this rock is being thrown about. There are projectiles bouncing in around these walls of force. Molly, your bomb then detonates inside the sphere. I need you to roll damage and also roll a percentile die for me.
Okay. Damn. 21 damage, because I get my intelligence onto that. No, 22, because it's my intelligence plus 1. Sorry. 22 damage, and then percentile is not a d20. That's an 85 on the percentile dice.
All right. You see the bomb detonate, and you've never seen the bomb detonate silently. This was not one of your big bombs, was it?
No, it's just a normal.
Okay. And you watch as it kind of sends shockwaves back and forth, and what happens is it crumbles into rubble and continues to shake, and it's almost sand-like texture as it continues to grind further and further down. You now have an orb filled with sand.
Is it still rumbling?
A little bit.
We can just leave this for a little while, right?
We can't go through the field, though.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
So if the goal was to make it through, we have to wait until the field dissipates.
Oh, yeah, we've got 10 minutes to wait. Should we back up a little bit just in case it goes everywhere? Did I make a bad call?
No, I don't think
No,
you did.
I don't know. Like emptying the alchemist bag?
So roll a perception check. Both of you.
18.
23.
Behind you, as you talk about turning around, you see this large figure with outstretched wings, kind of shrouded in darkness. What are you doing in my castle? And that's where we're going to end it.
Hi.
Hey.
We're here to see you.
Yeah.
Well, we'll figure out when we're going to play next time. But thank you all for joining us, and we're going to end early so we can get to some different events. But thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in a few weeks.